right, since we are at a little intermission,
Is it finally story
I think
time?
it's story time.
Okay.
Story
Are you guys ready
time.
for story time?
Do you want this as the background, or shall we hop over to the cafe?
Oh, let's head to the cafe.
Shall we hop over?
Everybody
to the
pull up a
cafe?
chair, get yourself a little drinky drink if you need.
Mhm.
Maybe a pastry.
Perhaps a pastry.
Or a popped corn. Or popped something else if you don't eat corn.
Yeah.
You know, get a snack because
All right.
I have a tale. I have a tale to tell. This
Tell us your
segment is
tale.
Kiki Speaki about her day. So this is what happened, okay?
What happened was
Here's a little bit of some context for you guys.
Mhm.
I manage a gym. Okay, that's what I do for my day job. I know they slapped a tag on a possum and gave her free reign of
a gym.
a 24-hour fitness facility, and they don't see a problem with it. It's cool.
I don't see a problem. With
I
it.
think inclusionary hiring, right on. I was definitely
Yeah.
a personality hire.
Definitely a
let's be real.
personality hire, but we're here for it.
I'm good at my job, right?
Mhm.
And I can, you know, be a customer servant like nobody's business. Yesterday, okay, that's how far we're jumping back in order for you guys to understand how this all happened. Yesterday, I am standing at my desk, and in walks a fine gentleman. And this fine gentleman was, how do I put this sensitively? He was very appealing to the eye. He was long blonde hair, tatted up but tastefully, beautiful piercings, really good looking face, just a good looking gentleman, a little older than me maybe. And he's like, you know, looking for a day pass. And he's like, I finally found the gym. Just need a day pass. And I'm like, oh yeah, no problem. So I give him the paperwork and I'm helping him fill it out, right? And we're just talking, and in the course of our talking, he starts calling me baby, right? Which I will say, as a gym manager and also a young woman with a red hair, which often anybody who's interested in a redhead, there's like a 20% chance they're normal, and there's an 80% chance that they're a freak about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm used to this. I just roll with it, especially because he's very nice.
Yes.
It doesn't hurt that he is also visually attractive.
Visually attractive.
I will say I was bamboozled. Anyway, so I helped this gentleman out, and
He wasn't being creepy about it.
no, he wasn't being creepy. He was being very polite and respectful. But the baby threw me off a little bit, I'll be honest. But I was rolling with it. Gets his day pass, and he's like, cool, I'm gonna work out. I might come back a little bit later. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, as long as you're here before office hours end, you'll be able to get in. So he goes and he does his thing. Well, a couple hours later, he leaves, says goodbye. Oh, and he also mentioned that he was just passing through town. A couple hours go later, a second fine gentleman appears.
Number 2.
This one, also very easy on the eyes, very fit, you know, just super polite, super kind. He asks for a day pass, tells me he's just passing through. I'm like, absolutely. I give him the paperwork. He's digging through his bag for money, okay? And he slaps a cookie in a bag on the counter. And I was like, oh, pre-workout, right? You know, I've heard people doing Rice Krispie treats. I've never seen a chocolate chip cookie. He's like, oh yeah, I got it from this girl down the road, you know, at the farmer's market, this, you know, little kid. I wanted to support small business. I was like, well, right on. He's like, honestly, I shouldn't be eating it. Why don't you take it? Now, my mom raised me not to take confectionery from strangers, even beautiful ones.
Good.
So I was a good girl.
And didn't take the
And I was
cookie
like,
from the
oh,
handsome stranger.
I did take a cookie from the handsome stranger.
Good girl.
No. Anyway, so...
Good girl.
I was like, you know, oh no, I shouldn't eat it either. Thank you, that was really sweet of you. We talked for a little bit. He fills out the stuff, pays for his day pass, and starts to work out. Works out, okay? I come home, considering myself lucky to have been afforded the opportunity to converse with such wonderful children of God. Go to bed, you know, everything's normal. Well, today, this afternoon, I am at my desk, and I get a knock on the door, and I open the door, and 2 more beautiful gentlemen come in. These people are all just like sculpted, right? Beautiful people. And they also
Put out the woodwork.
ask for day passes. Now, I will say that the blonde gentleman from day one, we live in an area where seeing a blonde gentleman is like nothing to write home about.
Nah.
Everybody else was something to write home about, okay? As far as like where they come from, it's just not normal to see, unfortunately, in the area that we're in. It's not crazy diverse, okay?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm
Unfortunately.
like one of the most diverse people
I
here.
worry sometimes when you wander around in the wild. I'm like, oh,
Oh no.
she's gonna be okay, but you know, anyway. So these gentlemen, they come in, they fill out day passes, a little bit quieter than the first 2 that I met, but still very beautiful and very tall. They start working out. about, and I'm like, okay, they're probably firemen because the world around us has been on fire lately.
Yeah.
And in the past, I've had little trickles of who I thought were volunteer firemen come in. But usually they're pretty grubby. And like in a good way. Thank you, firemen, for what you do. But usually you can tell that they have been, you know,
in the thick of
throwing hands with fire. These gentlemen, no. They were very clean cut, dare I say, oiled up. Okay, young gentlemen. These two go and work out. 30 minutes later, who comes through but Cookie Man and Blondie?
Oh my god.
Accompanied by 4 more crazy tall, sculpted these men. Oh my dear Neptune. These were beautiful men, and I was like, what the f is happening? We're in Hicksville. Where are they coming from? Okay, and they're like, hey, you know, good to see you. Need more day passes, baby. So I asked Blondie because I'm curious, what's bringing you guys to town? And he's like, oh, we're part of a dance group. We had a gig in town yesterday, but we've got a town over. Sorry, guys, I'm flustered. Can you tell?
You're attractive men.
These are attractive gentlemen. And I've got a really good customer service, and I was being such a good girl. We have a gig in the town over, but we wanted to work out before we go. I was like, oh yeah, no problem. So I help the other dudes fill out all of their paperwork. I take their money. I was like, you guys have a great workout. And he's like, thanks, baby girl, have a good one, right? They continue to go work out. And I'm sitting there at my computer, flabbergasted, right? Saying a prayer of gratitude also.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. But I started thinking, I'm like, Now, when he told me he was part of a dance troupe, I almost asked, oh, what kind of dancing? Because Akane and I both did dance in college. We did ballroom and swing. And we're dance, fanatics.
A lot. I love to dance.
We enjoy it. So I was gonna ask him, oh, what kind of dancing? If I knew there was a dance in town, I would have shown up.
Right?
I'm so glad that inside thought stayed an inside thought, because I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm like, town doesn't have a ballroom. That's weird. And then I'm thinking a little bit more, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I hop on Facebook, and I look up the Facebook page for the local bar, because I have seen the local bar to hold some rather questionable events in the past.
Events.
I'm not going to get into it, but some strange events in the past. And so I hop on the bar's Facebook page, and what do I find? But posts all about how the day before, a troupe of male strippers came to town and performed at the local bar. I almost asked. Can you imagine me looking at?
And this is not us bashing.
Not me
them.
bashing male strippers. This is me bashing the fact that I'm a naive. I'm so dumb.
Why are you so dumb, my dear?
I was being a little flirtatious with the blonde one and the Cookie Man, because they were fun to talk to
and very attractive.
And we live in the woods. I have not interacted.
I haven't interacted with an attractive man.
I haven't interacted with a man
months.
who knows how to speak to a woman in months. Okay.
True.
I was living, but I also almost made a big mistake. So I start just internally dying. And it's around about this time that Akane texts me that she's done with work, and I'm like, let me come pick you up.
Because my car is still broken. Because I can't
broken.
fix it myself because my hand is still broken.
Your hand is
it's not
still
broken.
cooked.
It's cooked.
It got dissected.
Dissected. I can't even do dishes. I can't change the oil in my car. Anyway, continue.
So I'm like losing it. Just laughing hard,
Yeah, as you
chuckling. I go get her, come back, they're gone.
Sad.
I'm sorry to admit to you, dear listener, that I fudged my chance with all 8 of my future husbands. I
didn't get to see them.
I fumbled. She didn't get to see them, but all my coworkers did get to see them. So I'm like laughing with my coworkers and stuff. And then a little while later, I'm in the bathroom and I'm sitting there washing my hands. And I remember that earlier in the day, I thought to myself, I need to go get change from the bank when I go to the bank tomorrow because we're low on ones. And then I was like, no, I don't. Because every single one of these men paid in singles. Every single. Except for one who had a 20, but he was a beautiful man, so I'd like to think that he earned it.
He earned it.
Paid with stripper singles.
She chooses to go back on Facebook, back to the page, and show me some of the stuff. And
we were exploring.
we were exploring.
Or I had just scrolled down and seen like their tour poster and been like,
Yeah.
"Oh." But this time I was like, oh, I have my headphone. Let me listen to
there
the
were
video.
some videos that the bar posted, so nothing scandalous because this is on the public internet. However, the phrase 6'4" and hung to the floor is now embedded in my psyche.
It was uttered.
Forever.
It was uttered, and it was a lot.
I was distraught. What?
And I was being so friendly, like when I am with every like day pass people that comes here. I'm somewhat of a social butterfly.
Yeah,
I like to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
to people, make them smile. The second the dots connected in my stupid little mind, I couldn't leave my desk. I was mortified. I was like, what if they think I was objectifying them, but I was really just being a customer servant?
Oh man. But honestly, they probably killed it. I hope they had so much fun yesterday and today.
We're too poor to go to the gig the next town over. Also, we're fighting for our place in heaven. As it is.
I am already debaucherous online. I don't need to be debaucherous IRL as well.
Honestly though, all things considered, you're not debaucherous online. You post
Publicly online.
You post respectable content. I mean, some of it's a little sensitive, like Fran Bow can be a little sensitive.
Yeah.
There's a lot of darkness in here, but like
That one video that won't die.
oh yeah, juice. Jeez. Sorry, juice. Jeez.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to say good grief and jeez, and I ended up saying juice. Good grief, dude.
Yeah. But yeah.
So that was
We don't talk about my saves. We don't talk about what my
I
saves
go pick
look
her
like.
up, but I've got her behind my desk, and I'm just like cackling to her about the whole situation, and she's like, you know, laughing, and she's got her phone sitting facing on the counter, and I'm like, girl, what the hell is on your TikTok screen right now? Paused on your For You page, face up in the middle of my Christian gym. The way she snatched it. I reached over and unsaved the video, and then she took it back and resaved it.
If you have looked at any of my recent videos, because I'm in between the last batch of Little Nightmares videos, there was one video that was out of place. So if you've seen that video, you know exactly who we're talking about. Who I'm talking about, because I'm unwell.
We're not okay.
I've never played the game, but I might, because I found out there is combat. So it's not just a visual novel.
But is it a gacha game?
Yes, but not for characters.
You've already got your soul in the grips of Genshin Impact.
I know, but it's for like extra little like scenes or something. I don't know. It's not for the characters. It's like by story. So it's just you and whoever's story you're in, I think. I actually don't actually know. This is me just spouting bullshit from the very little that I've seen. Because all I see are the freaking like just story parts, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so pretty. Why aren't real men like this?
Oh man, he's so pretty. I wish men were real. No, we don't. I came into contact with 8 of them today, and I was unwell.
Unwell.
I was jarred. Call me a bitch. I was jarred.
I say that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally would. If I was ever to meet someone like that in real life, I would just disintegrate. I don't know what to do. I'm like,
I'm totally cool with it until I like reassociate and realize what I'm in the middle of, and then it's game over, dude. I can
like,
be a good flirt, but the second I get in my
flirt.
head, I just can't.
I don't think I've ever flirted a day in my life. I don't know how.
Aww.
I think I've accidentally flirted. I've been told by other people that I was flirting. I have never intentionally flirted.
We gotta get you in like a game where it's like a, you know, flirting simulator or something. That'd be funny. But also as long as it's not.
You mean a dating sim?
Yeah, sure.
Is that not a dating sim?
Well,
Dude, you are not helping with this problem.
I don't have a ton of experience with dating sims. I've played Baldur's Gate.
I mean, yeah, I've played Baldur's Gate.
I've played Stardew Valley, but I always romance Shane, and everybody tells me I'm wrong for that. So maybe that's not.
You also only romance Astarion.
I like broken people. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, Akane and I need an exorcism. Have we been recording? I don't
There
know
it
what
is.
this.
An hour and a half.
Oh, is this the end point? Are we ending on this? I'm really sorry, guys. I got so nervous today.
It's beautiful.
I didn't know how
I
to
was
act.
cackling.
I was trying to be so respectful, but I was also like, oh my gosh, what do I do?
Like, you were so attractive. I'm trying not to objectify you so much.
Well, I short-circuited my brain. Like, before they were just customers, but then I was like, oh no, was I weird? And then I got thinking about it too hard.
It's like, oh, maybe I was
I just
weird.
shut down. I'm sorry. Listen, beautiful men working out at my gym. If you ever hear this, I am so sorry. I hope you had a great day.
I hope you never hear this.
Well, if you hear this, I hope you never put two and two together that it was me.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I'm like, I hope you never figure that out.
You know. Ugh.
Uh,
Just gracious, guys. You take a shower. Lay down and sing Kumbaya. I need to turn on my diffuser. Write in my journal.
drink some moon water.
Good stuff.
It's good.
Rocks, moon,
Rock,
beautiful men.
moon, beautiful men. Need an exorcism just for that line though. Like everything else about it was
Or
fine.
hung to the floor.
6'4" and hung to the floor.
No.
Will not leave my brain. And I'm like, I needed
And
to
I will
leave.
say, it was said by one of the members of the troupe about another member of the troupe. I'm like, do y'all just sit in the bus afterwards and just talk about your feelings?
You know, these guys are probably very like emotionally climatized.
Yeah, one of them seemed a little skittish. And Blonde was definitely the spokesperson,
Mm-hmm.
which was proved to me on
On
the
the
video,
video.
because he's the one that said the cursed line.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, guys.
Well, thank you for coming, you guys. I hope you enjoyed story time and part 1 of oh my gosh.
Fran Bow
Fran Bow.
is good. We're a mess today.
Sick floor and hung to the floor is all that's in my brain. That and the pretty white-haired man.
Oh yeah, from your For You page.
Yep.
Yep.
Who is just all over my For You page. I don't hate it. I love it quite a lot. He's very pretty. All right.
We'll see you guys later.
See you guys later.
If you're the guy, call me.
Bye. Bye.